Out of nowhere, he starts to become somebody in the culture because the kids is following it. It's cool. He don't have time. If that happened the first time we wrote a good record, we wouldn't be prepared for it.
Right.
The nigga, you know, came to me. I was what's the name? Sound like Future. He sounded like Future.
I got clubs in Atlanta.
Panda. Yeah, I got bras in Atlanta. I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye. You know. Had him at the office. I'm like, yo, so let me hear the other records you got. And he's like, I said, that's it. And the shit was so hot that he had it, I was struggling. And I was like, nah, I can't get that money. Let them give them whatever they're gonna give. I know who I was when I made one record.
Plan,
when I made one record, I didn't know how to make the next one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have the distraction of a hit record, you move around, you start seeing all these bad. You done been married 3 times this weekend. So if this is done happen, you done got all this confused. You like, what happened? What's your next record? I don't know. I think I like her. I think I love her. You thinking other shit that wasn't even in your thought process prior to that hit.
Right.
So where do you find a hit record? You see what I'm saying? We're not on the same thought pattern that you was when you made the hit. I got broads in Atlanta. I'm like, this is fine. I would ask the radio DJ.
You know that saying that says, making the money is easy, but keeping the money is a whole different game ball. This is the same thing as having your first hit, bro. The first blow up, right? I mean, yes, you need that one hit for it to open doors, right? But staying there is a whole different game ball, bro. Because 50 has a track record. He gave you in the club, Many Man, Window Shopper, bro. Then the rest is, come on, the rest we know, right? So, like, making the first hit, it might be easy, might be hard, but, like, what do you come up with after the first hit? Yeah, bro, because, like, okay, Designer came up with Panda, Timmy Turner. Then, you understand, like, he didn't have a proper follow-up, bro. It's always the follow-up, dog. It's always the consistency. Yes, you can make a hit, but can you do it again? The hit is not just the hit, dog. It's like, it's the hit and the lifestyle and the money. Everything is compounding. When do you have time to, like, make the other hit? You understand? If success finds you when you're already, I kept working and success came. That, I think then you could deal with. But when you were just, like, fooling around, then you get a hit and everything starts moving fast, girls, money, fame. Oh my God, dog. I can only imagine, dog. You're in trouble, dog. Because we're gonna look at you and be like, yeah, bro, you gave us that #1 hit. You gave us Mgani, bro. What's next? And you don't have Honey Jewel. You don't have 5-year plan. You understand? Like, now, like, you struggling, bro. You understand? Like, so I wonder, like, if certain artists, like, do you think about that? Do you think, like, hey, man, I should always have something in the archives that I'm working on in case success finds me? Or you just, you know, you're just playing around, you know, it's just a hobby, bro. What happens when the hobby starts now becoming a career and now you have to run? And, bro, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know this song was going to be successful. Success found me. I was just playing around in the studio with my friends. Then that song caught fire. What's next now? You know, I wonder if certain artists, like, are in that predicament. You understand? Like, you never planned for this song to catch fire. You know, you didn't plan for the blow up, but the blow up found you. What do you do? Yo, I can only imagine, dog. I can only imagine, dog. Dog, if Lil Wayne didn't, you know, he did Lollipop and he didn't have Amelie, they didn't have 6 Foot. Like, because think about it, people like Lil Wayne, they've been working for their whole life. You know, they've been doing this. So for them, when they find hits as they go, it's like, oh, I didn't, you know, it's like, oh, I didn't know that song. You know, I didn't know Got Money was gonna be, you know, because some hits you find them while you're working with other artists because you were always working. But what if you were just playing around and now you're not prepared? Like design, you understand? Like, hey, it's crazy.